Hello everyone, welcome to Akriti, Art of Mathematics, Simple Mathematics classes. I am Sudhir MK. In this class, I am going to discuss about vectors, and this is vectors class 1. In this class, I am going to explain about types of vectors, direction cosines, direction ratios, and problems related to it. Now, what is vector? A quantity having both magnitude and direction is called vector. So, a quantity having both magnitude and direction is called a vector. Example, velocity, force, acceleration, all these are vectors. Vectors are denoted by directed line segment. We denote vectors by directed line segments, line with arrow mark. Length of the line proportional to the magnitude of the vector, and arrow mark indicates the direction of the vector. When we write vector, the length proportional to magnitude. So here length of the vector, it is proportional to magnitude, and arrow mark indicates the direction of the vector. We denote vectors by AB vector or A vector. So suppose any vector is given, we denote it by AB vector. So here A is initial point and B is terminal point, and this vector is also denoted by A vector. So here we write AB vector or A vector. The distance between initial and terminal point of a vector is called magnitude of the vector. So here in vectors, the distance between initial point and end point is called as magnitude of the vector. And magnitude of vector denoted by like this symbol. It is magnitude of AB vector or it is magnitude of A vector. So this is not modulus. In vectors it is read as magnitude of AB vector or it is magnitude of A vector. Next we see types of vector. First one, it is zero vector or it is null vector. A vector whose initial and terminal point coincide is called zero vector and it is denoted by zero vector. So here initial point and terminal points coincide. It is same. So then it is called as zero vector and its length is 0. So therefore it is called as zero vector or null vector. A vector whose magnitude is 0 is called zero vector. So other definition for zero vector is a vector whose magnitude is 0 is called zero vector. Zero vector is considered as having any direction. So zero vector can have any direction. Vectors AA vector, BB vector represents the zero vector. Now here AA vector, initial point and terminal points are same. BB vector, here also initial and terminal point is same. So therefore AA vector, BB vector, all these are zero vectors. The next one, it is unit vector. A vector whose magnitude is unity, that is 1 unit, is called as unit vector. A vector with magnitude 1 unit is called as unit vector. Unit vector in the direction of a given vector. A vector is denoted by A cap. A vector is any vector, and if you want to find unit vector in the direction of A cap, then it is denoted by A cap. And here A cap is given by A vector divided by magnitude of A vector. If we divide any vector by its magnitude, then we get unit vector. So important formula here, A cap equal to A vector divided by magnitude of A vector. If you want to find unit vector in the direction of any given vector, then we have to divide that vector by its magnitude. So therefore A cap equal to A vector divided by magnitude of A vector. Next it is co-initial vectors. Co means common, initial means starting point. So that is vectors having same initial points are called co-initial vectors. So two or more vectors having same initial point are called as co-initial vectors. So in this diagram, so there are many vectors having same starting point. So these vectors are called as co-initial vectors. The next one, it is collinear vectors. Co means common, linear means line. So vector on the same line. So vectors along the same line or parallel line are called collinear vectors. Now here important, vectors along the same line. It may be on the same line or on the parallel line also. So if two vectors are parallel, then also they are called as collinear vectors. So vectors along the same line or parallel line are called as collinear vectors. Now we consider A vector and B vector, they are on the same line. So therefore A vector and B vector are collinear vectors. Or you consider D vector and C vector, they are also collinear vectors. Here A vector and D vector is also collinear vectors, so they are parallel. So therefore A vector D vector, B vector C vector or B vector D vector, all these vectors are collinear vectors. So two vectors A vector and B vector are collinear if and only if A vector equal to K into B vector for some constant K. If two vectors A vector and B vector are collinear if and only if A vector equal to K into B vector, that is if A vector and B vector are collinear, then we can write A vector equal to K into B vector. Or if A vector equal to K into B vector, then A vector and B vector are collinear. So therefore here we write if and only if. Next condition, if two vectors A vector equal to A1i plus A2j plus A3k and B vector equal to B1i plus B2j plus B3k are collinear, then we can write a1 by b1 equal to a2 by b2 equal to a3 by b3. Suppose if two vectors are given and they are collinear, then we can write a1 by b1 equal to a2 by b2 equal to a3 by b3. So this is one more condition. So next is equal vectors. Now two vectors are said to be equal if they have same magnitude and direction. So two vectors are said to be equal if they have same magnitude and direction. So direction and magnitude both should be same. Consider one vector here, a vector, and one more vector, b vector. So they have same length and direction is also same. So therefore here we write a vector equal to b vector. So these two vectors having same length and direction. So therefore here a vector equal to b vector. So next it is negative of a vector. Now what is negative of a vector? A vector whose magnitude is same as that of the given vector, but direction is opposite to that of it is called negative of a given vector. So for any given vector, we have to find one more vector such that its length should be same, its magnitude should be same, but direction should be opposite to given vector. So then it is called as negative of a given vector. Here we consider one vector a vector and one more vector, it is b vector. Here length is same but direction is opposite. Here magnitude of a vector and b vector are same but direction is opposite here. So they have opposite directions. Therefore negative of a vector is b vector. So we can write minus of a vector equal to b vector. So negative of a vector is b vector here. For a given vector AB vector, BA vector is negative of AB. Consider AB vector and BA vector. So their length is same but direction is opposite to each other. So therefore AB and BA they have same length but direction is opposite. Therefore negative of AB vector is BA vector, and here we write minus of AB vector is BA vector. So negative of AB vector is BA vector. Suppose you consider AB vector, it is directed from A to B. Next we consider BA vector, its direction from A to A. So both lengths are same but direction is opposite. So therefore minus of AB vector, that is negative of AB vector is BA vector. We can also write QP vector is minus of PQ vector. Suppose if you want to change initial point and terminal point, just you would write negative. So it is QP vector can be written as minus of PQ vector. NM vector can be written as minus of MN vector. Here initial point is N and here initial point is M. So therefore NM vector can be written as minus of MN vector. And minus of SR vector is RS vector. So when we interchange initial point and terminal point, it will become negative of a vector. Therefore minus of SR vector is RS vector. Next it is like vectors. Vectors having the same direction are called like vectors. Here vectors should have same direction. Magnitude may be anything but direction should be same. So that type of vectors are called as like vectors. Now here we consider different vectors. Their magnitude is different but direction is same. So these vectors are called as like vectors. That is vectors having same direction are called like vectors. So next it is position vector. Now what is position vector? For a given point P, the vector OP vector, where O is the origin, is called the position vector of point P with respect to origin O. Suppose you consider P is any point and O is fixed point, that is origin. Then OP vector, so here O is initial point and P is terminal point. Then OP vector is called as position vector of P with respect to O. For a given point P of XYZ, position vector of a point P is OP vector is XI cap plus YJ cap plus ZK cap. Here I cap, J cap and K cap are unit vectors along OX, OY and OZ axis. Here P of XYZ is any point. If you want to find position vector of this point, then it is OP vector. And OP vector is given by XI cap plus YJ cap plus ZK cap. Where I cap, J cap, K cap are unit vectors. So they are unit vectors along X axis, Y axis and Z axis respectively. Also here magnitude of OP vector. So length of OP vector is given by root of x square plus y square plus z square. That is distance formula. Distance between origin and this point P of XYZ. It is root of x square plus y square plus z square. Therefore magnitude of OP vector is root of x square plus y square plus z square. Consider diagrammatic representation. Now here P of XYZ is any point. So now OP vector is position vector of P with respect to origin. Now here OP vector is given by XI cap plus YJ cap plus ZK cap. Where I cap, J cap and K cap are unit vectors along X axis, Y axis and Z axis respectively. Now here magnitude of OP vector. So magnitude of OP vector is given by root of x square plus y square plus z square. So it is distance between O and P. So distance between O and P is magnitude of OP vector. It is root of x square plus y square plus z square. Now we prove that position vector of a point P is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. So here P point is x, y, z. So join OP. So it is OP vector. Then position vector of P with respect to O is OP vector. Now we draw PT perpendicular to XY plane. So we draw PT perpendicular to XY plane. So then OQ vector here. So then OQ vector is XI cap. So here I cap is unit vector and OQ length is X. So therefore OQ vector is XI cap. Similarly, here it is OR vector is YJ cap, where J cap is unit vector along Y axis and OR length is Y. So also here OS equal to Z and K cap is unit vector along Z axis. So therefore OS vector is given by ZK cap. So OS vector is ZK cap. Now here we join OT and we find OT vector first. So OT vector can be written as OQ vector plus QT vector. So using vector addition formula, we can write OT vector as OQ vector plus QT vector. Here QT vector is parallel to OR vector, so therefore QT vector can be written as YJ cap. Therefore OT vector equal to XI cap plus YJ cap. Therefore OT vector equal to OQ plus OT, it is XI cap plus YJ cap. Now you have to find OP vector. So OP vector can be written as OT vector plus TP vector. Now here TP vector is equal to OS vector, so therefore TP vector can be written as ZK cap. So TP vector equal to ZK cap. So therefore OP vector equal to OT vector plus TP vector. OT vector is XI cap plus YJ cap and TP vector is ZK cap. So therefore OP vector is given by XI cap plus YJ cap plus ZK cap. And we denote OP vector by R vector. Therefore, position vector of the point P of XYZ is XI cap plus YJ cap plus ZK cap, where I cap, J cap and K cap are unit vectors along X axis, Y axis and Z axis respectively. For OP vector equal to XI cap plus YJ cap plus ZK cap. XI cap, YJ cap and ZK cap are called the vector components and XYZ are called the scalar components. For vector XI cap plus YJ cap plus ZK cap. So here XI, YJ and ZK are called as scalar component and these numbers X, Y, Z are called as scalar components. So next it is free vector. Now we see what is free vector. Vectors such that parallel displacement without changing its magnitude and direction are possible. Such vectors are called free vectors. For any vector, parallel displacement is possible without changing its magnitude and direction, then such vectors are called free vectors. For free vectors, parallel displacement is possible. So next we see what is direction angles. Consider the position vector of a point P makes an angle alpha, beta and gamma with the positive direction of x, y and z axis respectively. So these angles are called direction angles. Suppose position vector makes an angle alpha, beta and gamma with positive x axis, y axis and z axis respectively, then these angles alpha, beta, gamma are called as direction angles. Here the angles are called as direction angles. So we see diagram, consider one point P, position vector of P is OP vector and OP vector makes an angle alpha with x axis, beta with y axis and gamma with z axis. Now here alpha, beta, gamma are called as direction angles. Next it is direction cosines. Now what is direction cosines? If a vector makes an angle alpha, beta and gamma with the positive direction of x, y, z axis respectively, then cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma are called direction cosines and are denoted by L, M and N. So we know that alpha, beta, gamma are direction angles. So if we apply cos to this, that is cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma, these are called as direction cosines. Cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are direction cosines and they are denoted by L, M and N. So next one note, if L, M and N are direction cosines of a vector, then here we have L square plus M square plus N square is always equal to 1. If L, M, N are direction cosines, then L square plus M square plus N square is always equal to 1. That is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. The next is direction ratios. Now what is direction ratios? Numbers proportional to direction cosines are called direction ratios. So any number which is proportional to direction cosines, they are called as direction ratios. And direction ratios are denoted by ABC. We denote direction cosines by LMN and direction ratios by ABC. If ABC are direction ratios and LMN are direction cosines, then L by A equal to M by B equal to N by C equal to K. Direction cosines and direction ratios are always proportional. So therefore, L by A equal to M by B equal to N by C equal to K. Also, if LMN are direction cosines and ABC are direction ratios, we can find direction cosines using direction ratios. So formula is LMN equal to A by root of A square plus B square plus C square, B by root of A square plus B square plus C square, and C by root of A square plus B square plus C square. This is relation between direction cosines and direction ratios. If direction ratios are given, we can find direction cosines using this formula. So next one note, if A vector equal to AI cap plus BJ cap plus CK cap, then ABC are direction ratios of A vector. For any given vector AI cap plus BJ cap plus CK cap, these numbers A, B and C, they are direction ratios. All direction cosines are direction ratios, but all direction ratios are not direction cosines. All direction cosines are also direction ratios, but all direction ratios are not direction cosines. Now here consider a point P, position vector is OP vector, and OP vector makes an angle alpha, beta and gamma with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. And here length of OP vector. So length of OP vector is magnitude of OP vector, it is r. Then we can write coordinate of P. Coordinate of P is also given by LR, MR and NR, where L, M, N are direction cosines. So therefore point P can be written as LR, MR and NR, where L, M, N are direction cosines and R is length of OP vector. So then point P is given by LR, MR and NR. So next it is vector addition and subtraction. You consider a diagram, consider AB vector and BC vector. So here we write AB vector plus BC vector is AC vector. So here we can write AB vector plus BC vector equal to AC vector. It is triangle of vector addition. So here AB vector plus BC vector equal to AC vector. Now we study subtraction of vectors. Now here we can take AC vector to other side and BC to this side, and we can write AB vector minus AC vector equal to minus of BC vector. Minus of BC vector, that is negative of BC vector, can be written as CB vector. So therefore we can write AB vector minus AC vector equal to CB vector. Now see here A is common, so therefore AB vector minus AC vector can be written as CB vector. So AB vector minus AC vector can be written as CB vector. You have to start from last point. Similarly, we can write PQ vector minus PR vector is RQ vector. Here P is common, so therefore PQ vector minus PR vector can be written as RQ vector. And XY vector minus XZ vector. Now here X is common and we can write ZY vector. And here last point is Z, so therefore we can write it as ZY vector. Also OP vector minus OQ vector. Now here O is common point and we can write it as UP vector. Next it is AB vector. So AB vector can be written as OB vector minus OA vector. If you want to write any vector using position vector, we can write like this. That is AB vector can be written as OB vector minus OA vector. You have to start from last point. It is AB vector is OB vector minus OA vector. And PQ vector can be written as, start from last point, it is OQ vector minus OP vector. So PQ vector is OQ vector minus OP vector. Next it is vector joining 2 points. Now consider here one point A of x1, y1, z1 and next point B x2, y2, z2. Now here we have to find AB vector. Vector joining 2 points, that is A of x1, y1, z1 and B of x2, y2, z2 is AB vector. You have to find AB vector. From figure, AB vector can be written as OB minus OA vector. Now OB vector is position vector of B and OA vector is position vector of A, and we can write AB vector equal to x2i cap plus y2j cap plus z2k cap. It is position vector of B minus x1i cap plus y1j cap plus z1k cap. It is position vector of point A. Now here we can simplify this by taking I, j and k common, and we can write it as x2 minus x1i plus y2 minus y1j plus z2 minus z1k. So therefore, we can write AB vector as x2 minus x1 cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. Therefore, vector joining 2 points x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2. It's given by x2 minus x1 cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. And here it is magnitude of AB vector. It is distance between A point and B point. We can use distance formula. So therefore, magnitude of AB vector. Magnitude of AB vector is, it is root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So next it is multiplication of a vector by a scalar. We have to multiply a vector by a scalar. Let A vector be a given vector and k is a scalar. Then k into A vector is the multiplication of a vector by scalar. And here k is any constant, A vector is vector. Then k vector is multiplication of a vector by a scalar. the vector Ka vector has the direction same or opposite to that of K vector according as K is positive or negative. If K is positive, then direction of Ka vector and A vector is same. If K is negative, then direction of Ka vector and A vector is opposite. If K is positive, then direction is same. If K is negative, then direction is opposite. So next it is problems. It is problems from exercise 10.1. First one, find unit vector in the direction of the vector A vector equal to I cap plus J cap plus 2K cap. You have to find unit vector, and we have formula A cap equal to A vector divided by magnitude of A vector. To find unit vector, you have to divide given vector by its magnitude. Now here we have formula A cap equal to A vector divided by its magnitude. Now we substitute A vector equal to I cap plus J cap plus 2K cap, and its magnitude is root of the number with I. Here it is 1, so it is 1 square, and number with J is 1, so 1 square, and number with K is 2, it is 2 square, so therefore it is 1 square plus 1 square plus 2 square. Here it is root of 1 plus 1 plus 4. It is magnitude of A vector. Therefore A cap equal to I cap plus J cap plus 2K cap divided by root 6. It is unit vector in the direction of given vector. Next problem. Find the unit vector in the direction of the sum of the vectors. A vector equal to 2i cap plus 2j cap minus 5k cap, and B vector equal to 2i cap plus j cap plus 3k cap. Now you have to find unit vector in the direction of sum of the vectors. Now first here A vector plus B vector. We can add A vector and B vector directly. When we add, we get 4i cap plus 3j cap minus 2k cap. To find unit vector, divide this vector by its magnitude. So here magnitude of A vector plus B vector is root of 4 square it is 16 plus 3 square it is 9 minus 2 square is 4. So it is root of 16 plus 9 plus 4. So it is 29. So therefore magnitude of A vector plus B vector is root 29. Then unit vector along A vector plus B vector, it is given by A vector plus B vector divided by magnitude of A vector plus B vector, and here it is 4i cap plus 3j cap minus 2k cap divided by root 29. This is unit vector in the direction of A vector plus B vector. The next problem, find a vector in the direction of the vector A vector equal to I cap minus 2j cap, which has magnitude 7 units. You have to find a vector in the direction of A vector which has magnitude 7 units. Here first you have to find unit vector, then we multiply that unit vector by 7. Then we get a vector having magnitude 7 units and in the direction of A vector. Here required vector is magnitude into unit vector. Here magnitude is given 7 and unit vector is A vector divided by magnitude of A vector. So it is 7 into I minus 2j cap divided by root of 1 square plus minus 2 square. So it is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And we can multiply 7 inside. So therefore required vector is 7i cap minus 14j cap divided by root 5. So this is required vector. So next problem, write the direction ratios of A vector equal to I cap plus J cap minus 2K cap. Here you have to write direction ratios. So direction ratios are numbers with I cap, J cap and K cap. So here numbers are 1, 1 and minus 2. So therefore direction ratios are 1, 1 and minus 2. Here direction ratios are 1, 1 and minus 2. The next question, find the direction cosines of the vector I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. Now here vector is given. First we find direction ratios. Direction ratios are 1, 2 and 3. After finding direction ratios, we can find direction cosines. Here direction ratios are 1, 2 and 3. First we find root of A square plus B square plus C square. Now here it is root of 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. And it is 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 4, 14. It is root of 14. So therefore direction cosines are 1 by root 14 and 2 by root 14 and 3 by root 14. That is A by root of A square plus B square plus C square, B by root of A square plus B square plus C square, and C by root of A square plus B square plus C square. Therefore, direction cosines are 1 by root 14, 2 by root 14 and 3 by root 14. The next question, find the vector joining the points P of 2, 3, 0 and Q of minus 1, minus 2, minus 4 directed from P to Q. Now here we have to find vector PQ. Now PQ vector can be written as OQ vector minus OP vector. So OQ vector minus OP vector is minus I cap, minus 2j cap, minus 4k cap, minus 2i cap plus 3j cap. And it is minus I cap, minus 2i cap. It is minus 3i cap, minus 2j cap and minus 3j cap. It is minus 5j cap, minus 4k cap and here no k cap. So it is minus 4k cap. So therefore PQ vector is minus 3i minus 5j minus 4k. We can use other method also. Vector joining 2 points is given by x2 minus x1i plus y2 minus y1j plus z2 minus z1k. There also we get same answer. It is minus 3i cap minus 5j cap minus 4k cap. So therefore PQ vector is minus 3i cap minus 5j cap minus 4k cap. The next question. Show that the vectors 2i cap minus 3j cap plus 4k cap and minus 4i cap plus 6j cap minus 8k cap are collinear. Here we verify condition whether a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. Here a1 by a2 equal to 2 by minus 4 and 2 by minus 4 can be written as minus 1 by 2 and b1 by b2 is minus 3 by 6 and it is also equal to minus 1 by 2. And C1 by C2 is 4 by minus 8 and 4 by minus 8 is also equal to minus 1 by 2. So here A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. Therefore given vectors are collinear. So vectors are collinear. Next problem. Show that the points A minus 2i plus 3j plus 5k, B I plus 2j plus 3k and C 7i minus k are collinear. Now here points are A, B, C and these are position vector of A, B, C. So position vector of A is minus 2i plus 3j plus 5k. Position vector of B is I plus 2j plus 3k and position vector of C is 7i minus k. And we have to prove that the points A, B, C are collinear. Now first here we find AB vector and find BC vector. Suppose AB vector and BC vector are collinear. Since B is common point, then we can write ABC are collinear. So first we prove AB vector and BC vector are collinear. Now first we find AB vector. AB vector can be written as OB vector minus OA vector. So it is 3i minus j minus 2k. Next we find BC vector. So BC vector is OC minus OB and OC minus OB is 6i minus 2j minus 4k. So next we find A1 by A2. A1 by A2 is 3 by 6. It is 1 by 2. And here B1 by B2 is minus 1 by minus 2. It is 1 by 2. Then it is C1 by C2. C1 by C2 is minus 2 by minus 4. It is also 1 by 2. And here A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. Therefore, given vectors are collinear. Given vector means AB vector and BC vector. So therefore, we can write AB vector and BC vector are collinear or it is parallel. Here there are two chances. They may be collinear or parallel. Since B is common point in AB vector and BC vector, AB vector and BC vector are collinear. So since AB vector and BC vector are collinear, points ABC are also collinear. The next problem. If AB vector is 2i minus j plus k and OB vector is 3i minus 4j plus 4k, find the position vector of OA vector. Here AB vector is given, OB vector is given. You have to find OA vector. So write AB vector using position vector and we can find OA vector. We have AB vector. AB vector can be written as OB vector minus OA vector. So we want to find OA vector. So therefore OA vector can be written as OB vector minus AB vector. So OA vector is OB vector minus OA vector. And it is given OB vector and OA vector. Substitute the values. OA vector is 3i minus 4j plus 4k minus 2i minus j plus k. And it is 3i minus 2i is I. Minus 4j minus of minus is plus j. Minus 4j plus j is minus 3j. And it is 4k minus k. 4k minus k is 3k. So therefore OA vector is I cap minus 3j cap plus 3k cap. The next problem. Show that the vectors I cap plus j cap plus k cap is equally inclined to the axis OX, OY and OZ. We have to prove that direction angles alpha, beta and gamma are equal. Now first we find direction cosines. To find direction cosines, first we find magnitude of given vector. It is magnitude of given vector is root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square. It is root 3. Then direction cosines. Direction cosines are a by root of a square plus b square plus c square and b by root of a square plus b square plus c square and c by root of a square plus b square plus c square. And here it is 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3. Therefore, direction cosines are LMN. It is 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3. And here cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are direction cosines. So therefore, cos alpha equal to 1 by root 3 and cos beta is 1 by root 3 and cos gamma is 1 by root 3. Therefore, cos alpha equal to cos beta equal to cos gamma. And here we can write alpha equal to beta equal to gamma. Since alpha equal to beta equal to gamma, vectors equally inclined to the axis OX, OY and OZ. That is angle between the given vector and x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. All are same. So therefore, vectors equally inclined with the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Next problem. If a vector makes an angle I by 3 with I cap, pi by 4 with j cap, and an acute angle theta with k cap, then find theta and hence the components of a vector. Now here we have to find theta and also we have to find components of a vector. Now here it is given alpha equal to pi by 3, theta equal to pi by 4 and gamma equal to theta. So therefore direction cosines, L equal to cos alpha, that is cos of pi by 3, and cos of pi by 3 is cos 60, cos 60 is 1 by 2. And cos beta is cos of pi by 4, cos of 45 degrees 1 by root 2. Then n equal to cos gamma and gamma is theta, so therefore n equal to cos theta. And here we have one result, L square plus m square plus n square is always equal to 1. Now substitute all these values, 1 by 2 whole square plus 1 by root 2 whole square plus n square equal to 1. Now simplify this and take all this number to the other side and we can write n square equal to 1 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Here 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4 and 1 by root 2 square is 1 by 2. So therefore n square equal to 1 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. And simplify this, we get 1 minus 3 by 4 and 1 minus 3 by 4 is 1 by 4. So therefore n square equal to 1 by 4. Therefore n equal to root of 1 by 4. Root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. So therefore n value is 1 by 2 and n equal to cos theta and cos theta is 1 by 2. So therefore theta equal to pi by 3, that is theta equal to 60 degree. And we have a vector can be written as Li plus Mj plus Nk. That is cos alpha I plus cos beta j plus cos gamma k. And gamma is same as theta. So therefore we can write cos theta k. And here substitute all these values. We get 1 by 2i plus 1 by root j plus 1 by 2k. This is a vector. Also we have to find components of a vector. So therefore components of a vector are 1 by 2, 1 by root 2 and 1 by 2. So these are scalar components. So here scalar components are 1 by 2 and 1 by root 2 and 1 by 2. So next problem, show that the points A, B and C with position vectors, A vector is 3i minus 4j minus 4k, B vector is 2i minus j plus k, and C vector is I minus 3j minus 5k, respectively form the vertices of a right angle triangle. Here also A vector, B vector, C vector are position vector of the point ABC, and we have to prove that ABC is a right angle triangle. Here it is given OA vector, OB vector and OC vector. It is A vector, B vector and C vector. First we find AB vector. AB vector is OB vector minus OA vector and it is minus I plus 3j plus 5k. AB vector is OB vector minus OA vector and it is minus I plus 3j plus 5k. Then magnitude of AB vector. Magnitude of AB vector is root of minus 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square and it is root of 1 plus 9 plus 25. So it is root of 35. So next we find BC vector and BC vector is given by OC vector minus OB vector. And here OC vector minus OB vector is minus I, minus 2j and minus 6k. So therefore its magnitude is given by root of minus 1 square plus minus 2 square plus minus 6 square. It is 36 plus 4 plus 1. It is root of 41. Magnitude of BC vector is root of 41. So next we find CA vector. CA vector is given by OA vector minus OC vector. OA vector minus OC vector is 2i minus j plus k. We find its magnitude. Magnitude is root of 2 square plus minus 1 square plus 1 square. It is root of 4 plus 1 plus 1. It is root 6. We verify whether it is a right angle triangle or not. Now here magnitude of BC square. Magnitude of BC square is root 41 square. It is 41. And 41 can be written as 35 plus 6. 35 is magnitude of AB square and 6 is magnitude of CA square. So here magnitude of BC square equal to magnitude of AB square plus magnitude of CA square. Since magnitude of BC square equal to magnitude of AB square plus magnitude of CA square, ABC form a right angle triangle. So here ABC is a right angle triangle. That's all in this video. I will continue this chapter explanation in next video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel for more video notification. Subscribe my YouTube channel, Akriti Mathematics Classes. Thank you once again.